The Aeneid by Virgil. On the Mediterranean Sea, Aeneas and his fellow Trojans flee from their home city of Troy, which has been destroyed by the Greeks. They sail for Italy, where Aeneas is destined to found Rome. As they near their destination, a fierce storm throws them off course and lands them in Carthage. Dido, Carthage's founder and queen, welcomes them. Aeneas relates to Dido the long and painful story of his group's travels thus far. Aeneas tells of the sack of Troy that ended the Trojan War after 10 years of Greek siege. In the final campaign, the Trojans were tricked when they accepted into their city walls a wooden horse that unbeknownst to them harbored several Greek soldiers in its hollow belly. He tells how he escaped the burning city with his father Anchises, his son Ascanius, and the earth god that represent their fallen city. Assured by the gods that glorious future awaited him in Italy, he set sail with a fleet containing the surviving citizens of Troy. Aeneas relates the ordeals they faced on their journey. Twice they attempted to build a new city, only to be driven away by bad omens and plagues. Harpies, creatures that are part woman and part bird, cursed them, but they also encountered a friendly countryman unexpectedly. Finally, after the loss of Anchises and a bout of terrible weather, they made their way to Carthage. Impressed by Aeneas' exploits and sympathetic to his suffering, Dido, a Phoenician princess who fled her home and founded Carthage after her brother murdered her husband, falls in love with Aeneas. They live together as lovers for a period, until gods remind Aeneas of his duty to found a new city. He determines to set sail once again. Dido is devastated by his departure, and kills herself by ordering a huge fire to build with Aeneas' cast-away possessions, climbing upon it and stabbing herself with the sword Aeneas leaves behind. As the Trojans make for Italy, bad weather blows them to Sicily, where they hold funeral games for the dead Anchises. The women, tired of the voyage, begin to burn the ships, but a downpour puts the fires out. Some of the travel-weary stay behind, while Aeneas, reinvigorated after his father visits him in a dream, takes the rest on toward Italy. Once there, Aeneas descends into the underworld guided by the Sibyl of Cumae to visit his father. He is shown a pageant of the future history and heroes of Rome, which helps him to understand the importance of his mission. Aeneas returns from the underworld, and the Trojans continue up the coast to the region of Latium. The arrival of the Trojans in Italy begins peacefully. King Latinus, the Italian ruler, extends his hospitality, hoping that Aeneas will prove to be the foreigner whom, according to a prophecy, his daughter Lavinia is supposed to marry. But Latinus' wife Amata has other ideas. She means for Lavinia to marry Turnus, a local suitor. Amata and Turnus cultivate enmity toward the newly arrived Trojans. Meanwhile, Ascanius hunts a stag that was a pet of the local herdsmen. A fight breaks out and several people are killed. Turnus, riding this current of anger, begins a war. Aeneas, at the suggestion of the river god Tiberinus, sails north up to Tibur to seek military support among the neighboring tribes. During this voyage, his mother Venus descends to give him a new set of weapons wrought by Vulcan. While the Trojans' leader is away, Turnus attacks. Aeneas returns to find his countrymen embroiled in battle. Pallas, the son of Aeneas' new ally Evander, is killed by Turnus. Aeneas flies into a violent fury, and many more are slain by the day's end. The two sides agree to a truce so that they can bury the dead, and the Latin discuss whether to continue the battle. They decide to spare any further unnecessary carnage by proposing a hand-to-hand duel between Aeneas and Turnus. When the two leaders face off, however, the other man begins to quarrel, and full-scale battles resumes. Aeneas is wounded in the thigh, but eventually the Trojans threaten the enemy city. Turnus rushes out to meet Aeneas, who wounds Turnus badly. Aeneas nearly spares Turnus, but remembering the slain Pallas, slays him instead. After hearing the story The Aeneid by Virgil, Aeneas sacrifices personal happiness, including his relationship with Dido, for the sake of his mission. Can you recall a time when you had to give up something important to achieve a bigger goal? Aeneas sacrifices personal happiness, including his relationship with Dido, for the sake of his mission. Can you recall a time when you had to give up something important to achieve a bigger goal?